Yeah, I've done with that, but one second. How is it okay, sir?
Okay, okay, not good.
Are the slides also changing, sir? No, I think
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on
It is
criteria one.
readable, sir.
It is readable, right? Okay.
Okay.
So next thing will be curriculum enrichment. So whether the curriculum of the institute includes or the department includes the courses like which involves the professional ethics, gender sensitization, human values, environmental sustainability related, and whether the students are involved in actively involved in project works, internships. So these all things will be covered, and these are all things will be evaluated in this curriculum enrichment aspects, right? What is the how many credits are allotted to that particular courses related to this human values, professional ethics, gender sensitization, or environmental sustainability, or these aspects will be evaluated under this particular entity. So next is feedback system. This is not feedback on regular teaching learning actually. So the expectation will be on this particular aspects of the curriculum, or whatever the curriculum which the institute is designed and following. So whatever whatever, whether the feedback has been taken relay from the industry, parents, industry people, parents, students, teachers, and what is their involvement and their stake on this particular curriculum, which was designed for the academic growth of the students, right? And its analysis and action taken will have an most important weightage in this. So, and what are the once suppose in year one, if you have taken a feedback from all the stakeholders on the academic content or on the curriculum. So whatever the in year two, what from this analysis of year one, and what is the output and what is the action taken, what are the different actions you have taken, so that the development or the development strategies which you have implemented in year two for the growth of the students with respect to curriculum. So this gap filling need to be done, and action taken or an analysis, rigorous and stringent action taken analysis need to be done, and then only you will have a better academic growth will be seen. So all these things will be covered in this particular criteria one curriculum aspects. And next, when it comes to criteria and reservation policies and enrollment and profile, and what is the intake, and how the diversity, what are the how many students are based on reservations, how many students got admission, and all these things will be the covered in this criteria two first part. The next part involves entirely the teaching learning process of the institute, and teacher profile and quality, examination, evaluation process and reforms, and what are the how the students are performing in the sense with respect to attainments of course outcomes, program outcomes, analysis, assessment, and attainment. All these things will take place, and next will be the student satisfaction survey. So when it comes to the student enrollment and profile, so sanctioned intake, admission policy, reservation policy, number of seats. So now I'm on criteria two teaching learning process, sir. So is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the I, the student what is the sanctioned intake based on sanctioned intake? How much percentage of seats got filled in the reservation policy? How many students are got admitted under SC, ST, or OBC, or BC, or whatever the EWS quota, or whatever the reservation schemes which are available in or for our institute with respect to admission process. So next will be the category of students, diversity. So this is one of the most important aspect. Actually, this entire criteria is the most has the highest weightage, and this is one of the important criteria in entire NAC. So, with respect to academics, this criteria too will play a major role. And 30, as I said, the 30% of the evaluation is done the peer team visit. So that 30% weightage has out of in that 30% weightage, around 15 to 20% is based on this criteria too, right? And entire criteria, the entire institute's academic growth, academic policies, each and every aspect will be mainly observed in this criteria. So the teacher's contribution is most important thing in this particular criteria too, right? So when it comes to teaching learning, so category of students, catering to students diversity. So how we are going to categorize the students? It is not based on the gender. It is not based on the reservation. Nothing doing. It is based on purely their performance. Performance orientation means so slow learners, advanced learners. These are the two aspects which these are the two terms which generally any accreditation council will look into. So with respect to academics, so slow learners means what is the policy and how we are going to define this aspect slow learners, and what is the policy behind advanced learners? What are the extra X factor which means X factor in the sense what are the extra facilities or extra encouragement which you are providing for advanced learners? Same way for this slow learners, for the betterment of the slow learners, how a teacher is going to contribute, and whatever the entire thing will be with respect to curriculum and the academic growth of the student only, right? Whether for a particular course, whether you are going to conduct or whether you are going to organize a workshop, or whether you are going to conduct the remedial classes for the slow learners, for their academic growth. So all these aspects will be seen in this particular second entity, which is catering to the student diversity. And next is the teaching learning process. Uh, how many faculties are there? How many subjects are there? And whether how we are going to engage the student in a particular classroom environment, whether it is through experiential learning or whether it is through participative learning, and whether it is through problem solving strategies. So student-centric methods, whatever the student-centric methods which you have implemented for your particular course, or a faculty has implemented for his or her particular course, this plays an active role in this particular teaching learning process. So whether they are using ICT tools, whether the means totally in a way active engagement for the active engagement of the students. What are the methods and strategies or tools which you are using for the growth of the student with respect to the academics, right? And next will be whether mentoring is done. So how many mentor? What is the mentor to student ratio? Mentor to student teacher ratio. So these things will be seen in this particular aspect of teaching learning process. And next, teacher profile and quality. So how many faculty are there? Whether they are as per the norms and of the ACT or UGC, whichever the apex body is there. So how many number of PhDs are there, and what is their experience? What is the total of each individual experience of the teacher, and overall experience of the teachers of the institute will be analyzed in this particular teacher profile and quality. And evaluation process and reforms. So this is the only part where the examinations section will be the content